Joining us in the studio now is Rains Cohen, SysOp of the BMUG Bulletin Board, and next to Rains is Stephen Howard, also with BMUG, and Gary, BMUG stands for Berkeley Mac Users Group.
Okay. Rains, I'm a little confused. We see shareware prices ranging, say, $10 to $100 for. It seems to be comprised of a lot of commercial software, isn't there? Is it a profit-making thing, or is it a free software?
For some authors, it is a profit-making thing. Notably, say, Scott Watson of FreeSoft or Don Brown of CE Software. However, they've often gotten a start in the freeware or shareware business and gone on to commercial distribution beyond that, once they've gotten their name recognition.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about BMUG. What do you do there?
Well, we started as a UC Berkeley student group, University of California at Berkeley, and we now about 6,000 members around the world, just exchanging information. We maintain a software library as one of our functions, is publishing a newsletter and running a bulletin board system.
In terms of Gary's question, how do you as a users group see shareware? I mean, what's the point?
Well, the main point is that for the user, it represents a way to try before you buy. It's a way to avoid having to pick your way through ads and find out what's real and put up with the vaporware and other.
And how about from the author's point of view?
From the author's point of view, it's a way of distributing software without having hardly any costs. Lots of people will give it away for you, online services, user groups, and commercial places, and get the word out and around, so no marketing costs.
Okay, you've got some of your favorite BMUG shareware pieces here. Show us what you got, Rains.
Sure. The first one is Artisto. It's a desk accessory, Artisto Plus, rather, by Megamote. Let's see.
Go ahead.
Okay, Artisto. Okay, I never did that before. Okay, Artisto lets you take any Mac Paint style picture, such as one we've got here, and take out a piece of it. Like, I'll take this person's face right here, copy it out, and then incorporate that into whatever program you're working on. Here I'm working in Mac Write, it's working on a letter, and I'll just paste it right in. And that's fairly useful, incorporating graphics at any point.
And this is basically a free program then?
It's shareware.
Sure. So just to get an idea of what it is.
It's a $5 or $10 donation
Okay,
requested.
Sure.
Okay, what else do you have on there from BMUG?
Let's see, another popular program.
And would Artisto, for example, be available on your bulletin board?
Yes, in a bulletin board and in our software library.
Okay.
Another popular BMUG program is Stuff It. It's a program that compresses and decompresses files, and such as we've got one right here that I'll extract. And it's a...
What's the file you're working on? Is that a graphic game?
It's a graphic image, the one that we just looked at. It's had it compressed here. This is used quite a lot by users of commercial and public domain online services, both because the files are smaller for transmission. It's less expensive to transmit.
Okay, so you're waiting for it to do its bit right now?
It's working as we speak, and it just uncompressed that picture that we just saw. It saved 29% in that case. Would have been $35K normally. Could have cost you a bit to download.
Yeah, Stephen, you have an interesting policy on pricing this thing, don't you? You were explaining before.
Well, BMUG disks are distributed at the cost it takes for us to duplicate them. We have no claims on the software on them. Those are, according to shareware ideal, owned by the authors. So we distribute them at the lowest cost we can, and that ends up being about $3 for a disk full.
But what about, you were telling us about the decompression and the compression software, about how depending on what you're going to do with it, you have a different price.
Yeah, Stuff It in particular, Ray Lau, who wrote the program, has a very nice scheme. If you're just using it to decompress files that you're getting from some online service or elsewhere, it's free, and there is no donation requested. If you're using it to archive files, to upload, then he requests $18.
Okay, now what about the world of HyperCard? What has that done to shareware?
Well, HyperCard's had an incredible effect on just the development of public domain and shareware software, because it makes it so much easier for anybody to express an idea in the form of a program. And so here's a sampling of what some people all around the world have developed. It just takes so much less time that it makes it that much easier.
So what are we seeing here now? This is a card for each one of the
Yeah, this is
programs?
a BMUG stack catalog by Scott Chronic, one of our members, that simply shows one card from each of the stacks in our library.
That's a
And
lot of stacks.
over 25 megabytes of stacks.
Okay.
What's the relationship between shareware and the usual commercial software that you'd buy off the shelf in a retailer? Are these in competition in a sense, and what do the commercial software houses think about the shareware idea?
Well, as Raines mentioned, many commercial software houses started as a shareware author with a product which met with some success and advanced into more products and more distribution and become truly commercial products. Other shareware items remain in shareware, particularly these smaller and very useful products that people just don't want to go and look for to buy. They'd like it to be available faster through many means of distribution on disks from bulletin board systems everywhere.
You mentioned also earlier that you have another new distribution medium, right?
Right. There's a lot of shareware, and because of the bulk and because of the variety, BMUG is going to be releasing a PD-ROM, which is a compact disk with hundreds of megabytes of shareware on it, plus some other good stuff, so that people can have all of it there initially.
Do you tend to have shareware authors, kind of following up on your point, Stephen, kind of migrate to become commercial authors and then actually selling their program to a software house?
Well, it's in the Mac world so far, it's been rather that the individual author becomes a company unto himself. Not many have stayed as professional shareware distributors. We've seen that in the PC world, but that hasn't happened so much in the Mac world.
And how about the role, again, of the users group? I mean, earlier in the show we saw people like Buttonware, which is just a business selling software on a shareware basis. Do you guys see yourself as being in a business primarily, or being a users group who's sort of simply doing nice things for people who are interested in what you're doing?
Well, we are an educational nonprofit organization, and we're sort of in the business of giving away information. And so we do that just by getting the software out there and helping people learn about it and get the most out of it.
And did you guys write software yourself, by the way?
I've done some work in HyperCard and otherwise, and looking to distribute it as shareware.
What's the future of shareware? Is that going to continue to be a healthy alternative means of distributing software?
I think so long as it's very expensive to place ads in magazines and actually start a company and go through distributors. It'll provide a channel for people, the small guy, to get started.
And so what's the best way for somebody to get access to the shareware? Or through the user groups? They contact you?
Yeah, contact us or any user group. The local user group is the best one.
Yeah.
Raines, Stephen, thank you very much. That's our look at shareware. We hope to see you here again next week on the Computer Chronicles.